Fayette County Commissioners open. Shall we rise for the pledge, please? I pledge
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Good morning. Welcome to the meeting. If you'd be so kind as to silence your cell phones, I'd appreciate it. We're going to dispense with the ordinary schedule because the sheriff needs to present something to us and get up and going. No.
Sorry about that. We're doing our calendar for the Sheriff's Department, getting ready to take pictures so at 10 o'clock, so I need to get all that organized. I have 3 144s for you guys, 3 hires to approve for the jail. 2 people moved on and accepted different positions. One took a job at Dot Foods, and one took a job with Division of Family and Children, and another just decided it was time to leave. So 2 of the spots are male, one is a female spot. The 2 male spots, we've hired Ryan Pearson and Caleb Lewis for those positions, and for the female spot, we hired Julie Brown Friday. So, and I mentioned something to you guys. We, being 3 short, we had to get them going already, so I mentioned that to you guys just to let you know, but to officially get their hires approved, I would greatly appreciate that.
Okay. Any questions?
Sorry.
Any questions, comments?
No.
Okay.
I'm glad you got the positions filled.
Thank you.
I'll
Me
entertain a
too.
motion then.
Motion to approve the 144s.
Second.
Have a motion and a second to approve the 144s. Is there any discussion? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
3 ayes.
Next order of business we have is we have a contract for the FSSA to facilitate signing our inmates up for the HIP 2.0. It is something that we've had to review. There were some issues, even some legislators that we had talked to that were not aware of how that was supposed to work. I think we have that all straightened out now. We need to get that contract signed for multiple reasons, but for number one, getting the inmates signed up. We do have a facilitator for that program. That'll be coming to the next commissioners meeting to talk with you guys about. We've been talking with Quality Correctional Care to come over and take over our medical services at the jail.
I gave the attorney a copy of the contract this morning.
Pending your guys' approval, that's probably the direction we'll be moving at the first of the year for our medical. And they take care of our training. They take care of all billing, and they also take care of this. They will be signing the inmates up as they do their assessments on them. So we just need to get that signed and provide some relief for us financially as well.
Just be at the next meeting, we'll take care of it.
Okay, sounds good. To sign the contract at the next
Yes.
meeting? Okay, awesome.
Okay.
I'll be back to 15.
All right, thank you, sir.
you.
Mr. Miller, please. I apologize. Let me read my preamble first, but I need to get him in and out. Any invocation that may be offered before the official start of the meeting of the Fayette County Commissioners shall be the voluntary offering of a private citizen to and for the benefit of the county commissioners. The views or beliefs expressed by the invocation speaker have not been previously reviewed or approved by the county commissioners and do not necessarily represent the religious beliefs or views of the county commissioners in part or as a whole. No member of the community is required to attend or participate in the invocation, and such decision shall have no impact on their right to actively participate in the business of the county commissioners. Mr. Don Miller is a pastor, and he's also my former counselor at the high school, and a very good man. So, Pastor, if you don't mind, would you lead us in prayer?
Shall we pray? Our Father, then we come to you just now, indicating to you that you have taught us that prayer is powerful, and we've come, Father, just asking for powerful prayers today and powerful answers to your prayers. Father, be with these individuals as they meet today as a group. Father, is important business that they take care of each month. I just pray, Father, just now as they meet, that they'll be able to use wisdom, that they'll be able to use discernment in their meeting. Father, that they'll be kind to each other, and they're also would be patient. Father, we do pray for our country. during this time. Just lift people up together. We pray, Father, that many will be inspired to vote this coming week. Many important decisions need to be made. Father, we do pray for our county. We just pray, Father, that many are involved in very positive programs. I just pray, Father, that you'll be with them and allow them, Father, to be successful in the work and in their endeavor that they do. And Father, we're so thankful for your Son, Jesus, who came to this world to live among us, be rejected by men, shed his blood, and broke his body, so that each one of us would have an opportunity of eternal life. But Father, more important than that, he gives us an opportunity to have abundant life each and every day. And Father, that's a promise that we hold on to each and every day. Be with these people just now as they meet. In Christ's name would you pray. Amen.
Thank you, sir. You have a copy of the minutes. Are there any additions or corrections to the minutes?
I move we accept the minutes.
Second.
Have a motion and a second to accept the minutes as they are. Is there any discussion? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
3 ayes. And that would be from the October regular meeting and the October 24th and 28th special meetings. Okay, department heads. Mr. Corum, Highway Department.
Good morning.
Morning.
The last 2 weeks, we've been burning all our gravel, trying to, we're up in Posey right now, trying to bring the crowns back to them. Well, we are bringing the crown back to them, lighting them out and stuff. We couldn't really do much up north till we started getting some of the crops out, so we have somewhere to take the dirt. It's been going pretty good. We got about 6 miles left to do up north. 1 day last week, we installed yet another culvert on the East Everton Road, got that done. And then when it's raining, we're down cutting trees down on Big Bear, trying to peel everything back. Staying busy and everything's been going good, no major breakdowns or anything like that, so it's been good.
Good news for a change.
Yeah, I should have never said that.
Any questions? Okay, thank you, Richard. Appreciate it, Richard. Mr. Gray.
Good morning.
Morning.
Only bad news I have this morning. The water softening system at the jail was installed when all the new equipment was installed. And it's 6 years old. And every 5 years, you're supposed to change the tanks. Well, I started seeing some lime buildup on my valves, so I contacted the people that installed it. They need to change the tanks. So it's $8,364.50 to replace the tanks. We got to replace them. If we let this go on, you got 2 heaters down there, 24,000 apiece, plus you got 2 boilers. It's about 8,000 apiece. And if these get lime build up, the heat exchangers will go, and you'll have to replace them. So this is something that has to be taken care of.
Okay. Just for the record, as I told you yesterday, I did call the company because their quote required half down. The government cannot pay for services not yet rendered. And I explained our payment process, and they were very nice, very cordial, and they said it wouldn't be a problem.
Okay.
So are there any questions of Mr. Gray about this? We do have the money. We looked at some bills yesterday totaling a little over $21,000. There is enough in the courthouse operating where he takes us out of. And if we run short toward the end of the year, then we may have to transfer some monies, but now there's plenty of money for this and the other bills.
I make a motion we approve this for $8,364. Get this replaced before it tears anything else up.
Second.
We have a motion and a second to approve a quote from Indiana Water Systems for $8,364.50. Is there any discussion? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
3 ayes.
Only other thing is we're working on the jail cells. They did finish one cell, myself and Mr. Jackson and the jail commanders and the sheriff. We inspected it. It's going to work. I mean,
I was expecting a strip of steel Instead, there's a steel wall there. And if they can get through that, then they need a gift card for steak dinner and a gas card, because they're going to be doing something I don't see how it's absolutely possible. So it's a very, very well done, and it's half inch steel.
Half inch, 12 gauge,
And it's
12
12
gauge
gauge
steel.
welded.
about 350 pound sheet, so.
So it's very well done.
And they're to be in here tomorrow at 9 o'clock to start on the next cell.
Okay.
Because I wasn't gonna have them start until we were satisfied with this one, so. That's all I have.
Okay. Thank you,
Thank you.
sir. Appreciate it. Michael? Michael King, our IT gentleman.
Morning. First two pages of that report I gave you are just the basic stats from the firewall, how many web hits we've had on certain web pages, and how much data has been going through. The first 6 IP addresses on the amount of the data use are all from community corrections, via the student computers and the computers in the control room. So it just kind of shows what kind of usage they've got over there. Page 3 shows how many tickets we had for the month. I had 207, Mike had 47. The group ticket summary there shows that I had 55 for the city and 199 for the county. So, as it shows, we're tending to do more still for the county than the city. The last page there shows some of the major things. We had the Spillman upgrade week before last, or no, I take it back, last week. It's still, when we're hashing out some of the small issues, getting some of the permission tables cleared up, that kind of thing, but for the most part, that's in and done. We're on the new system already. The Alertus sensor system that I mentioned there on the page is something that I got for the CPD server room. It's a little sensor that will monitor temperature, humidity, light, so if somebody turns the lights on, that door is now locked, so nobody can get in there. So if the door is opened, it will inform me. Basically to give us, that's a $20,000 server, so if it starts to get warm in that room, and it has its own dedicated air conditioning now, so if it gets up, I've got it set for 80 degrees. So if that room gets to 80 degrees, it sends out an alert. It says, okay, we got a problem, it's getting warm. That's even before the equipment starts to have a problem. So ProVal had an update on their system, and had some server drive failures over at TV3 that I've been working on. I've got a vendor I'm going to talk to about getting us prices on bulk paper, to where we could order a skid of paper and just split it out to all the offices in the courthouse that need it, and save overall on paper. It's one thing that we all use. And having worked in the office supply industry, it could save us possibly $5 to $10 a case, just by ordering them 40 cases at a time. And I know the clerk's office tends to order like 10 or 20 cases at a time, and the jail could use 10 or 20 cases, or 10 cases at a time and store it. So we could use it. If it's going to save us $5 a pop, that's, adds up. And then I'm waiting for the final contract from Eastern Engineering for that image photograph printer, so that we can get that signed next meeting. And then you can kind of see how many emails we've got out this month. We had 74,727 total emails come in, and of those, 41,688 were blocked. So, and I'm not sure if anybody's aware of the internet denial of service attack that went on, I think it was Thursday before last. It was in the news, a lot of places. I have checked our equipment. As far as I can tell, none of our Internet of Things equipment, so to speak, like our IP cameras, were not involved in that. But that's the kind of stuff that hits the firewall when they do a port scan. That's the kind of stuff they're looking for. Something that they can use to either get to our equipment, to hack our information, or to send out in packets for denial of service attack. So but that's pretty much all I've got at the moment. Any questions for me?
Yes, sir. Thank you. Mr. Jett? Okay. Mr. Council Representative here? Nope. Do we have any mail? This is going to be another short meeting. Ms. Bennett was on the agenda today for holidays, but she texted me this morning, said she's been up ill all night. Under new business, interlocal contracts with city for IT and grant administrator. These aren't the contracts that we sign with individuals. These are the interlocal agreements that, between us and the city. And has Colin seen these, Jack?
I have copies, I have not had a chance to review them.
Okay, let's let him look at those, and we'll go on to the next business, cemetery package. Mrs. King?
I have them, and we're going to be taking Nulltown and Wiley Chapel off the list because Corey has requested that he do those, no matter who gets the bid, that he will do those two cemeteries and be responsible for them.
Okay, what we're talking about is we've advertised for the mowing contract, and the packets are what any prospective mowing vendors would want to pick up to tell exactly what's entailed for the mowing. Go ahead.
Anyway, he's offered to do those two as a courtesy and not charge for them, no matter who would get the bid. And he asked about Burke. It's a large cemetery, but it's very difficult to get to. And he asked if we could try to find the volunteers that would do that, because there's no way for him to get his equipment across the creek and up the hillside, and there's really no path to it. It's difficult, to say the least, to get to. And he suggested we take that off the bid, which would make a difference. But we need to find out if we can get the volunteers who can take care of that one before we take it off, because it is a large cemetery.
For the information of the public, we have approximately, give or take a few, 110 pioneer cemeteries. Some of these are easily accessible, some of them are not. Some of them are right smack in the middle of private land, and some of them have no road access to them, so they're very, very difficult to get to. So, are these recommendations, these changes rather, are that what you recommend?
I recommend that we do the Nulltown and Wiley Chapel, and I'm going to go with Corey. He's going to take me out to Burke Cemetery, and we'll make a decision there. And I
Okay.
need to talk to the Cemetery Commission about whether we've got volunteers that are willing to take that one over. And we'll take the two off the bid packet and leave Burke on until we find out.
I recommend that we just let her have the discretion to do, take a motion to that effect.
I'll make a motion that we allow Leota to use at her discretion on which one should be taken off and take care of.
I second it.
I have a motion and a second to leave the choices of which ones to be left on and taken off of the mowing list to Mrs. King. Is there any discussion? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
3 ayes. You ready?
It's fine.
What we have are two agreements. One is the interlocal agreement between the city of Connersville and Fayette County. And this is for Mrs. Diana Wright, her funding her position. And the other one is the agreement between us and the city for Michael King's position. So having said that, do I have a motion?
Motion to approve the interlocal governmental agreement with Diane Wright and Michael King.
Second.
I have a motion and a second to approve the interlocal agreements. Is there any discussion? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
3 ayes. Do you have anything else? Is there any other business to come before the board? Mr. Christian, please.
Good morning, Steve Christian from
Good morning.
SJCA. We're doing a county bridge inspection, just wanted to give you a little status update. As I think probably told before, we finished the initial field work in September, which is right on schedule. We have the data entry is 75% complete, more or less. Sounds like that's getting pretty close, but there's still quite a few things we need to do yet. We have a SCAR assessment for the bridges that we go through. We have load rating. We have quality control, both in office and some quality control field reviews that need to be done yet. So there's still a decent amount of work yet to be done, but we're moving along. By our contract, we're due with our preliminary report in January. I think we'll probably have it for sometime in December.
Okay.
Do you have any questions for me?
Any questions? No. We do appreciate the work. Your company's got a good reputation. You've always done well for us, so we appreciate it very much.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Any other patron concerns? Anything to come before the board? Anything from the news media? Okay. If not, I'll entertain a motion with the approval of claims and payroll.
So moved.
Second?
Have a motion and a second for the approval of claims and payroll. Is there any discussion? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
3 ayes. Nothing else to come before the board. I'll entertain a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Second?
Have a motion and a second to adjourn. Is there any discussion? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
3 ayes. We are adjourned.
Not the fastest.